In this lesson, we will understand what is a variable scope in C. We will also see the types with examples. Let us start. In C language, the scope of a variable determines where that variable is accessible within the code. So the region where the variable exists is called its scope. And while creating and working around the variables, these scopes really matter. There are mainly two types of variable scope in C language. The first one is local and the second one is global. So let us understand them one by one with examples. The first one, local. So a local variable is declared inside a function or a block and is accessible only within that function or block. Okay. It is created when the block is entered and destroyed when the block is exited. So to understand this, we will see an example where we will create and initialize local variables. With that, we will access them and also use it in our program. Let's see. Here is our VS Code. Let us create a new file. Under our project, right click, new file, demo3.c. Now we will create local variables. I'll add the header file. Then the main function. And now I'll declare 4 variables. Initialize. We have initialized the first 3 variables. Now S, let's say I'll multiply the first 3 and that's it. Okay. Now we will print it using the printf. P is equal to, I hope you remember, %d is the format specifier for integers. P, okay. Similarly, I'll do for rest of them. So I'll just copy, paste, okay, semicolon. Now I'll do this for Q and Q, R, and I'll also add this. What is this? This is /n for next line. So that after the value of P, in the next line we have Q, in the next line we have R, and in the next line we have the last result. Okay, that means S. So what is S here? S is the multiplication. Let's say I mentioned this. Okay, and here we have S. I hope this is fine. And return 0. Now we have 4 variables in local scope and we are printing it. That's it. File, save, right click, run code. So we printed it. Okay, PQRS. S was the multiplication of 2, 5 and 7. That is 70. That's it. So this was local scope. Okay, within the scope. So we saw the local scope, that is local variable example. Now let us see what are global variables, that is global scope. A global variable is declared outside all functions and is accessible from any function within the same file. It is created when the program starts and destroyed when the program ends. Global, as the name suggests, means accessible from anywhere. We will see an example to create and work with global variables so that you can understand the global scope more. Let's see. Let us create a new file, right click, new file, demo4.c. Okay. Now what we will do? We will take this example. We added local scope here. So I'll just right click and copy it completely, right click and paste it. Okay. Now we have the same example, but what we will do? we will remove s here and I'll add s above the main function to show you the example of global variables. Now this is a global variable and the following are local variables. Still we are able to access it, right? Because this is the advantage of using a global variable. The scope is global, accessible from anywhere. Now there won't be any error even when we have not declared s here. We are still using it. Let's see, go to file, click save, right click, run code. Now demo 4, same example, s is above main and the output is perfect. It's correct. Okay. So this is how guys we can work around global variables. We saw both local and global variables with examples. Thank you for watching the video.